Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks, America. Guess what? Geno's Picks isn't the only one in the red anymore. I don't care about the election. I just care about making you winners. See what I did there? 2-1-1 last week, a rare push. But we're 14-21 on the year. We were so bad, that shot us up to 40%. Bet you could have used that number shooting up Hillary, but you didn't. So you can't wait to get to these picks. Let's go. My first pick, the Atlanta Falcons are giving 1.5 to the Eagles in Philly. Hey, Democrats, what can you say about the state of Pennsylvania and the state of Wensylvania of the Philadelphia Eagles? Oh, wait, they're exactly the same thing. Because last month, both of you were looking at the state saying, I can't believe how great everything is going. And suddenly you took things for granted. And now the state has swung in completely the opposite direction. Look. Don't get me wrong, I like Carson Wentz because unlike Hillary, he's been nothing but open and honest and hasn't cheated and has been trying the whole time. The problem is he lost offensive tackle Lane Johnson. It's like losing someone giving you the questions for the debates because now suddenly you don't have as much time to react. See what I did there? And not only that, the real problem is without Johnson, Zach Ertz, his safety valve at tight end, has been kept inside to block so he doesn't know where to dump it. Speaking of taking a dump, you shit the bed, Hillary. That doesn't matter. The Falcons are a very good team, and suddenly the Eagles and the state are both in the red the past few weeks. Daddy's taking the Falcons. I'm laying the point or two. Oh, I'm not going to say I told you so. I'm not going to say I told you so. There's something I better not say. Okay, the Arizona Cardinals are giving 13.5 now to the San Francisco 49ers and Colin Kaepernick in the desert. I know what you're saying. Geno, 13? That Arizona line's the most ridiculous one I've heard all week. But you're not even close because the most ridiculous line you ever heard this week came from San Francisco. And Colin Kaepernick, who we told you this, after all the trouble he started sitting down during the anthem, said he did not even vote this week. And when asked why, he said, well, he's like, I didn't like either candidate. He cited that it was just going to be continual oppression no matter what. Because all Colin Kaepernick does, and I've said it before, is look for problems. And I hate to tell you, this is the reason he's 0-3 as a starter, 0-3 against the spread as a starter. Because that's exactly what he does on the field. He looks for problems. He doesn't look for solutions. He makes one or two progressions, which is not a word you should ever associate with Colin Kaepernick, and then just throws the ball downfield screaming Yahtzee. And what happens? The same thing that happened last time these guys faced each other in Arizona. You know what they did? They lost 47-7, and he threw 4 picks. You know why? Because that excuse was stupid. Because Colin Kaepernick covers his tracks as badly as he covers the spread. But here's the thing. Why would you expect a good answer from him? Why would he study for an election once every 4 years when he hasn't studied a playbook in any of the last 3? I am done with him. Take the Cardinals, lay the 13.5, and for God's sakes, get that cancer out of the country. I don't like him. We're having a little powwow about Daddy getting the All right, we're back. This is the most fun. You people don't enjoy this as much as me and Joe. I don't blame you, but we're... All right, ready? My next pick, the Tennessee Titans are getting 3 from the Packers in Nashville. Hey, Democrats, yeah, coming at you again. You should have Green Bay in this game because just like Hillary Clinton, they didn't go to Wisconsin this week either. And that's going to cost them desperately needed points as well. Look, here's a simple fact about Green Bay that we told you last week when we predicted they would not cover, let alone lose against the Colts. They're not that good a team anymore. As evidenced by the fact, ready for this? The last time they beat a team on the road with a winning record was week 11 of last year when they beat the Vikings. We could include week 1 of this season when they beat the 0-0 Jacksonville Jaguars 27-23, but footage showed a call was basically handed to them to help them cover. The Packers cannot handle this road game. I am taking the Titans, their incredible rushing attack, and I'm taking the field goal. Hey, bonus pick, everyone. Seattle, Sunday night. Why wouldn't we? Getting a TD from New England and Foxborough. Watch this. Hey, Joe, you want to guess the first 2 words of this pick?
Is it Hey, Democrats?
How'd you do that? Hey, Democrats. Here's another similarity between this game and the election. You know what the difference is between the quarterbacks for the Patriots that the Seahawks faced this week and the QB Tyrod Taylor that they faced last week? Just like Hillary last week, Tyrod Taylor is a fraud at his position. He's really good at running, but he comes up short in the final minutes. Ha! But speaking of results, you've got the New England Patriots who only care about winning, and you've got the Seattle Seahawks who only win in primetime games, which is why they are now the winningest football team on Monday night after they won against the Bills. Now they play on Sunday night where they've won 61% of their games. Patriots have won 67%. What's the difference? 6. That's less than 7. But also, I really like Seattle as the season goes on. Jimmy Graham is coming alive. Take the Seahawks and the TD you're getting. And now, our Double Your Money Monday Night pick. Look, America, we've had some fun at the Democrats, but in the end, we're all on the same team. We need to band together, trust each other, not believe the hype of liars, and just take what's in front of us and go with our gut. And that's why I'm giving you this game. Cincinnati laying 1 at the New York Giants. People, do we want to sit there and worry about race and religion, or take in all people of color like A.J. Green, that terrorist Mohammed Sanu, and even that ginger Andy Dalton? These are people you can trust that will bond together and form a rainbow coalition. Speaking of rainbows, what do you think of Odell Beckham Jr.? He's a liar. He lives in denial. He colors his hair. And people, he works with a net. I don't trust people like that. America, embrace the future and wear your stripes and take the Bengals and the point. Those are Geno's picks.